Hey, what is up? Welcome to this video. So I wanted to share for free a video from my paid coaching program, the Legends program, all about how to avoid burning out by setting up your weeks and your days correctly. So just a very quick intro. We're going to jump into the video. Hope you enjoy it. Check out the link below this video for some more details of what's coming up with this channel. Enjoy. All right, so welcome to this video on how to prepare for working as a freelancer. So basically I wanted to add this particular video at this stage because it's super important that we know how to manage ourselves correctly and be realistic about what is possible over the next while. So it's very tempting when you start this journey as a freelancer to just rush in, work all the hours that you can, but it's not sustainable. And with that approach, you're quickly going to crash and burn, and we don't want that. So a big problem I see with freelancers, and definitely a problem that I've had myself in the past, is that if we don't have a set work schedule, it's very, very likely that we burn ourselves out and we just get super frustrated, super stressed. With this program though, we want to look at the best long-term approach that leads to the most long-term success. Now, while starting a business, it does take sacrifice, and the early stages can be quite challenging. That doesn't mean that we should just be working around the clock. So that isn't going to help us to work like that. It might seem like a short-term solution, but often it turns into a long-term problem. So if we want to be selling well and also doing great work for our clients, then we want to be feeling our best and be full of energy and focus. So in this video, I'm going to cover some of the basics on how to plan your week and each day to feel and perform at your best. Now, this is just my advice. It's what's worked personally best for me, but you do you. So do what is best for you. So if you use a slightly different approach or an altogether different approach, whatever works for you, if it works, that is completely fine. So with that in mind, the first thing I want to show you is how I structure my week. Once I show you how I structure my week, we can get into how I structure my day. So if that sounds good, let's get into it. All right, so I'm here in my Google Calendar. I'm going to show you how I structure my week. I use Google Calendar. Use whatever's best for you. If you want to use Google Calendar and you don't know how to do it, just Google it. There's tons of videos to show you how to set this up. But what I'm covering here is the structure of my week. So the first thing with my week that I want to do is make sure that I have downtime. So this is my separate downtime selection here. This is a time I'm just not going to work. I need time to recover as a freelancer. I need time to enjoy my life, to do fun stuff, to connect with people, to go do activities. So I'm going to structure that first and just make sure that unless it's like something really, really special or an emergency, that I'm not extending my work into these hours. So I have clear boundaries in the evenings during the week, downtime, and then at the weekend, I'm trying to take 2 days off for me personally. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. The next thing again is I'm trying to look after my health as a freelancer. So I'm going to make sure that I have some gym time structured in and some morning walking time, which I really enjoy. I play my audiobooks, get out in the fresh air. I have a forest near me here, which is really, really nice. So I'm going to do all of this first. Make sure that I have downtime, make sure that I have some daily outdoor time and I have some exercise time. And then I'm going to start structuring my work. I'm not just going to do my work first, because often if you do it that way, you're not going to make time for the things that matter in your life. You're just going to be focusing on work. So my suggestion is first, you look at everything that you need to do outside work. You make time for that. You make time for yourself. You look after your health. You make sure that you have good relationships. And then you put the work into the space that's left. So using the space that is left, I'm going to show you how I now go from there. Basically, I have 3 different templates for different sorts of weeks. So if I have no projects going on, I would set up a sales week. So let me just click on that. And it would look something like this. So I would be focusing on these different tasks through the day. This is where I would start. I would adjust it for each day, but I would have a general template for the week that, okay, Monday morning, I'm going to do prospecting. In the evening, I'm going to work on a skill. Tuesday morning, I'll do cold emailing. I'll work on a skill in the evening. Wednesday morning, I will do cold emailing again, work on a skill. Thursday, follow up those emails with some calls. In the evening, I'll do some networking. Friday morning, relationship building. Maybe I go meet with some people. Maybe I connect with some groups. I post in some forums, whatever it is. And Friday evening, I do some follow up with all these different activities that I've been doing. Now that is just an example, and that would just be a starting example. I would go from this and then adjust my week with the different tasks depending on the day. So this would just be the overall structure to make sure that I'm covering everything that I need to do during a sales week. Now, if I had a project, it would look differently. So if I had a project, maybe it was a very intense project. It just started. The client is keen to get going, and so am I. So this would be a different sort of template. And I would still be selling a little bit, and we'll get into that, but this would be much more of a week structured towards getting through some project work. So Monday morning, I got my plan for the week. I check in with the client, then I go ahead and start building the project. Tuesday, I'm building the project pretty much all day. Wednesday, check in with the client, build a project. In the evening, I do some prospecting. So I'm still doing a little bit of selling, which I always want to do no matter how busy my week is with project work. Still want to be selling those next deals and lining up some potential projects. Thursday morning, cold emailing, cold calls. Then Thursday evening, we're back to the project. Friday, more project work. Check in with the client before the weekend. Friday evening, some skills or some education or whatever it is. So this would be an example of a heavier week that's more project based. But maybe you have kind of a project going on that's a little bit busy, but it's not too much. So maybe I could set up a different template for that week. So there's some project work, client check-in, but like prospecting, project work, cold emailing, cold calling, project work, prospecting, maybe depends how busy it is, project work or relationship building, networking, sales follow-up. So basically create some templates for yourself, look at what general sort of week that you have, and then start with something that is going to cover most of your bases and then go from there. And I'll show you the next stage as we get into the next thing I'm going to show you, which is setting up a journal for the daily tasks. All right, so next up, now that you know how I structure my week, is we're going to focus on each individual day. So again, I'm going to show you what works best for me. Use what you like, change it, make it what's best for you. So if you have something better and you want to post up in the group, let us know what's working best for you. So the main thing that I have is a daily journal. This is something that I use every day. In that journal, I put the 3 main tasks that I'm going to complete. So these are the most important tasks for the business that are going to make a real difference. They're what moves the business forwards. Now, how this connects with the calendar that I just showed you is I would look at the calendar first, see what general things I want to do in that day, and then pick out 3 specific tasks that are going to help me achieve those goals that I set. So for example, if I don't have a client at the moment, the most important thing for the business is to be selling. So most of these tasks, or maybe all of these tasks, will be directly on sales. So these might be things like reaching out to people, making calls, sending emails, networking, asking for referrals, etc. So how this works each and every day is basically either the night before or the morning of, I'll decide what those 3 tasks are. I'll write them down in my journal, and then I focus on those first, and I try and get as many of them completed as I can. Once they're completed, or once I've done as much as I can, I then do the other little things that I need to do for my business. But my main focus, my main energy is going into those 3 main tasks. It sounds like a pretty easy system, and to be honest, it is a very easy system. I like to keep it easy so it's simple to use, but at the same time, it's effective. So again, this is just what works best for me. If you have something else that works best for you, that is completely fine. If you want to, post up in the group and let us know. But this is a system that I recommend that you use. If you don't have a good system or any system at the moment, this is a great place to start and then adjust it with seeing what works best for you. So that is it for this video. Really hope that it helps you structure your week, structure your day, get a lot of stuff done, and still have free time to have some fun. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but it did. So that is it for this video. Catch you in the next section.